Here, I'm not even ready for that. I wasn't even ready for this. We weren't ready for this,
No.
bro.
What's up?
I called you 5 hours ago. We should have
You
done this
did.
5 hours ago, but we're gonna do it anyways. This is not a drill, my friends. JR just called me and says he has not seen this trailer. What is up? Congratulations, Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl champs. One hell of a football game.
Yeah.
Plenty to do. We got tons of we have at least 5 trailers, but there was one that came out literally right before kickoff.
Yeah.
And I think the rumors are true. This could be the best comic book movie. We're going to get right into it. We're going to do a live reaction. JR has never seen this. This is worth it getting taken down off of YouTube. I don't care. We're going to live react to the Flash trailer that dropped earlier today. JR has not seen this. I want to see my boy's reaction.
Tell me something. You can go anywhere.
Yeah.
Another timeline. Another universe. So why do you want to stay and fight to save this one?
Because this is the world where my mom lives. I'm not going to lose her again. Time has a pattern that it can't help reliving. Different people, different worlds, drawn to each other like magnets. My face. You stole my face.
If you were to go into the past, you have no idea what the consequences can be.
Bruce, I could fix things.
You could also destroy everything.
This can't be happening. I completely broke the universe.
Sorry. We've been waiting for you.
I created a world with no metahumans. And now there's no one to defend us.
Want some help?
Oh. You are?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
If I can't undo what I did, if I can't get back, there might not be a future. What's the play? Batman, what do we do?
We try not to die.
It's not Clark.
My name is Kara.
I'm
Well, we're Barry.
Barry, what are you doing? Our kids are going to want to see this.
Bro.
Good.
Okay, so a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And you being the DC guy, obviously explain to us out there, Kara. Is this the Supergirl, same character that we know, similar to Melissa Benoist's?
Yes and no. I'm feeling that this is probably some type of amalgamation of like Flashpoint soups, right? For those who know Flashpoint, right? And for those who know who Superman is in Flashpoint, that little alternate universe deviation is that like he's the Superman who did not ever meet his parents, who did not ever met Martha and Jonathan Kent, and he was basically just under the thumb of Lex Luthor and the U.S. government or his organization, I guess, right? it depends on whether you're talking about either the comic book or the Flashpoint movie series, animated movie that came out. And this Kara is, yeah, I mean it's technically Kara Supergirl, right?
Yeah.
The I guess, yeah, mainline Supergirl. I mean, without the blonde hair and more blonde looks, right? Your classical Supergirl. Uh, because the one I'm guessing most people are gonna be used to is the Michael Turner Supergirl, right? Blonde hair, blonde flowing hair from Superman, Batman, Public Enemies, right?
Yeah.
That came out in 2005, I think, or 2000, like early 2000s. This one though, she reminds me honestly of I forgot her name specifically. It's it's definitely an L, but it's Clark's daughter, right? I think it's also I think it's also Lois's daughter, because if you Google all the Supergirls, right, you'll specifically see a Supergirl with black hair, short black hair, and it has the S, and she is actually jumps from another universe or possibly in the future and says, "Hey, she's actually Clark's and she's Clark's and
Lois's.
Lois's daughter," and she reminds me more of that, honestly.
Yeah, because the set photos that we saw of her in
Yeah.
costume it's very similar. It is the traditional Superman S that we've seen
Mm,
in the DCEU.
yeah.
It's very much the Henry Cavill S,
Yeah.
Superman S. So it's very reminiscent of that. So maybe, and we do know that it sounds like James Gunn's approach to the Superman in the future is it's going to go to a more traditional diamond, the old traditional S. It's not going to be that kind of Kevlar S. I don't know. I kind of was liking it. That dark
Mm,
blue. I think his plan is to go to the more traditional comic book look. But
yeah.
speaking of James Gunn, he did have a trailer drop today. If JR is open for another one, did you see this one?
Are you talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes.
I did actually watch that one, but we could watch it again, man.
Okay.
That one looks.
Okay.
I enjoyed that one. I will
Okay.
say though, to kind of like close out on the Flash. He is a good Flash, but good God, I hope he fucking get his ego checked, bro. I really do hope
I,
he's in a better space,
and I think
right?
that
He's
this movie getting to see the light of day tells
yeah,
me that Warner Brothers is on board with whatever he's doing.
yeah. Like
Okay, Laura,
Laura,
which
Laura. I think Atner shout out to homie. Talk about Laura L. Laura L. I think Laura Kent. There's like different types of It's she came out in like a Superman, like during Superman Unleashed, like that era where it's this his daughter from the future. She comes out in black and white, and she sees Clark and Lois and says, "Dad," or and hugs Clark, and then Lois like, "What?" And she goes, "Oh, Mom," and like, "Oh, okay." She's their kid from a supposed future, and yeah. It's there's another pivotal picture of, I think, I don't know if it was a fan drawn one or another comic book artist did it, but the artist showed all the Supergirls, and that's including her. So you'll see like very 1970s Supergirl. So you'll see Power Girl, you'll see Michael Turner Supergirl in there, and then you'll see Laura. I think that I'm pretty sure
yes,
that's Laura
the
L.
character versions of Supergirl, Kara Zor-El, also known as her adopted names of Linda Lee Danvers,
Lynn B. Denver.
Kara,
Yeah.
Kara Kent, Linda Lang, and Kara Danvers. The version that we saw in with Melissa Benoist, that was Kara Danvers, was it not?
Yeah, it was. It's the WB universe. No, actually, technically, it's the. I think she was from ABC first, right?
Well, no,
She was
Supergirl was on. You're right. It wasn't
ABC.
on CW. It was
It was
maybe it was
ABC.
Fox.
It was ABC. It was one of those ones where like it was like for our channel, Channel 3, which is like
Yeah.
that. Like I think it's Peacock. Yeah, before it turned Peacock, right? It
Okay.
was the ABC channel, and then they did it for like a whole like 1 year, right? And they couldn't keep up with production value, right? and
Yeah.
so they give it back to CW. I remember that.
Smallville version. Let's see. Kara Zor-El version of a television series centered around Kara Zor-El version of Supergirl set in the shared universe of the Arrowverse titled Supergirl, starred Melissa Benoist as Kara. So it was,
Yes,
they're
possibly.
actually saying it was, she is eventually forced to reveal her powers to the world after saving her adoptive sister, Alex Danvers. So yeah, she is actually in according to Wikipedia, in the Arrowverse, she is still Kara Zor-El. But she's adopted. Okay, she does kind of adopt the name on Earth. You're right. Actually, it was Adner. It was right. It was on CBS. Because I remember it was a Viacom platform. I was thinking it was Fox, but no, it was. You're right. It was on CBS. It came on like 9 o'clock. I think like after like Big Bang Theory or something like that. It was in that little block, and then it moved to CW. That's right. And it was the same thing with JR said. It was like CBS couldn't keep up with it, and since it was already kind of sort of involved in the Arrowverse, though not officially, CW is like just we know how to do this. Just you give it here. We know how to do it.
And so basically, I just found out who she reminds me of. It's Cirel, Cirel. That's the
okay.
That's the girl. And so I'm thinking like, okay, that might be her, but then it's looking like it's different. It's going from a different way. I mean, I'm okay with it. I mean, the actress who plays this Kara, she looked great. You know, I want to see more of her. I just want them to do someone of the Super family right. That's all I care about. Right. I want a proper iteration of the Super family outside of just Clark, man. So as people know,
they're saying that this version is the Flash version. Yeah.
Okay. So like because I'm a huge DC fan. Like I said, like my favorite Supergirl is still Power Girl. For other than the obvious quote unquote reason, right? Like I love her backstory. She's still on Earth 2 right now in DC, in the DC comics. And yeah, I wanted to see more of her specifically, but then granted that might be years time from now. But yeah, it looks great, man. It looks fun. I would love to see more of Ben play more this type of Batman, or even oh my god, or of Bruce, right? Just more so the old, not Sage, but I guess the mentor role for Barry here, because he sounds convincing, but then again, this is DC, and DC DC trailers can be very
deceiving,
convincing. Convincing at times. I'll say that. Like I'll definitely wait and see how this movie goes. I'm gonna come in with low expectations and hopefully be blown out of the water. But yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited. This will definitely be opening day for me. I'm not usually an opening day guy for DC. I did go see, I think I saw Dawn of Justice on opening night. And did not see Justice League opening night. Matter of fact, I don't think I went and saw that until I wanted to, and then I just didn't. And so yeah, it'll be interesting. Obviously, it has been told, James Gunn said as of just a couple of weeks ago, that this movie will change the DCEU into the DCU. This will be the jumping off point, obviously dealing with the multiverse. And we do know that also Aquaman 2, which comes out later this year, also will be affect the multiverse going forward. And that they're saying that he has confirmed that aspects of Aquaman will affect the DCU going forward.
Good.
So maybe there's some tie-in between Aquaman and the Flash. So like I said, I have no problem with Ezra Miller as an actor. I have no problem with Ezra Miller playing this part. Ezra Miller just needs to get some help, and sounds to me like he is. And I'm excited for this film. Real quick, JR did see this one. I only saw it once, so I'll watch it again. I will say that there was a couple of moments in the Flash trailer where I thought maybe we were seeing the third Batman. After seeing that last time, I'm convinced the Christian Bale Batman that I saw is actually Ben Affleck on the Bat Pod, because
Okay.
that's what threw me off, is I forgot that Ben Affleck drives a Bat Pod in Dawn of Justice. And so I saw the Bat Pod and was like, I was excited for a second there that we were seeing
Christian
we
Bale.
were seeing Christian Bale. I'm still not convinced we won't. But
I mean, anything right now, specifically for Flashpoint, is
yeah.
is on the table. So,
And it
see how
will be.
goes.
I do want to point this out, that though it's nothing officially has been said, a lot of times in other countries, they change the name for marketing because things don't translate. I don't know how The Flash doesn't translate in other countries, but supposedly marketing in other countries for this movie, they are calling it Flashpoint. I know that was the original name when they announced that they were going to do this movie, that they said, hey, we're going to deal with Flashpoint, and they just decided to call it The Flash. But who knows?
Yeah.
They might change it. But yeah, this was the big game spot for Marvel. This actually aired off air, and then a teaser version of this trailer aired on the game. So
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm Star-Lord. I formed the Guardians. Met a girl, fell in love. That girl died, but then she came back. Came back a total dick.
Oh, please.
You left out some important information, but that is the gist of it.
I get the same old dreams, same time every night. Fall to the ground and I wake up.
My sacred mission
Is to create the perfect society.
He didn't want to make things perfect. He just hated things the way they are.
I want you all to know that I'm grateful to fight beside my friends.
Incinerate them.
yeah,
We were always searching for a family until we found each other.
Are you ready for one last ride?
We'll all fly away together.
Into the forever and beautiful sky.
Whoever it was that you were in love with, it sounds more like her.
Her? That's ridiculous.
Do not bring me into this.
Don't even.
Knock it off!
What?
Just never noticed how black your eyes were.
They were replaced by my father as a method of torture.
He picked a pretty set.
Oh man.
God, he's such a man whore.
It was like, it's. I'm happy, but I'm sad at the same time, because like we finally get the evolution of Nebula, right? And this time we're like she's a lot more, quote unquote, unhinged, right? And as well as this type of Gamora, I enjoy James Gunn's movies, specifically in the superhero movies, right? And so, man, it's just gonna suck. I'm happy for him. At the same time, I'm super sad because, like, you're talking about one of the originators of this type of comedy, this type of how you definitely can understand now, like who's the originator and who are the people who are trying to do his style, you know?
Yeah.
And it works. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, man. But just seeing that he's just gonna go off and do better things after this movie, it's looking like it's gonna be a stellar freaking movie. I just can't wait, man. It looks like a fun time, and as well as just like a sad time. But yeah, man. But
yeah, Atner, I leaned in, and we had guests over for the game tonight, and I leaned into my wife and I told her, I said, I don't think any of them are gonna make it. It has been well documented that James Gunn has said that he is in talks with members of his Guardians of the Galaxy cast to join the the DCU.
Yeah.
I think that it's a foregone conclusion that Dave Bautista is going to be one of them.
Yep.
I know that
Maybe Chris Pratt. Maybe Chris Pratt.
maybe Chris Pratt, that they would, yeah. What could he play?
Anything
Superman?
you want. No. He doesn't have to look for Superman. I would probably say more so of like, I wouldn't mind a Green Arrow. I wouldn't mind him trying to do a Green Arrow.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You know what? I like it. Now, I know a lot of people are wanting, since they're going to reboot, and it sounds like James Gunn is going to go, and proof in the pudding. Look at what he did with the Guardians of the Galaxy, because
Yeah.
Chris Pratt, I think, is pretty close to what Peter Quill looks like in the comic books.
Oh, bro. Actually, just my dumbass. The Green Lantern, the asshole Green Lantern.
Well,
Oh my
they've
God,
announced
that name.
they've
That's right.
announced that they're doing a Green
Green Lantern.
Lantern movie
Yeah,
with two Green Lanterns.
yeah. And
Hal
you think
Jordan and the
Hal
other.
Jordan? You're talking about John, or you talking about John, or you talking about oh my God, dude. The Hal Jordan is the quote unquote replacement. He was in the first one. Hal Jordan's the second one. No, Hal Jordan is the first one. The second one after Hal Jordan, who became oh my God, the I forgot the name of the all powerful freaking Green Lantern god that they can become. I forgot the name of it. But yeah.
Okay, how many Green Lanterns? List of Green Lanterns are there? Oh, 7,000. Let's see. Here we go. Green Lanterns. Alan Scott, Hal Jordan, Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner is the isn't he the dick one? Oh, did I lose? Did I lose my headphones? Bro, I lost your microphone.
It was because I had it unmiked.
I was gonna say, I'm freaking. I'm like, I just put more memory in this computer. My computer should not be crashing.
Okay. So what didn't I say?
I was saying, I was looking it up, and I lost, and I was thinking Guy Gardner was the dick.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Guy Gardner is the dick. Kyle Rayner is number 2. Guy Gardner is the dick. I'm also thinking about possibly, I mean, if they're gonna go just full on straight, Lantern Corps, man, you have to put Hal Jordan in there. You have to possibly put in.
Well, you have Kyle Rayner, Simon Baz, John Stewart.
Simon Baz is actually a more recent addition, that he was in New 52 with the Mexican American Green Lantern. They're recent. It's 2 of them. Simon Baz and someone else. They might bring her, and that might be a good addition too.
I'm trying to look and see. They did announce a version of oh, by the way, too, the it has been given that the Supergirl that we're getting in the Supergirl movie that James Gunn announced is Kara Zor-El.
Okay.
So I think you're right in that this, even though they called her now they said her name was Kara in the trailer. I think it's closer to that C-Rel or whatever you said her name was.
Yeah, Sarah L.
Also, the 2 Green Lanterns that will be in the DC Universe's Lanterns is which is, they said it's going to be a kind of a cross between the Green Lantern and True Detective, will be Hal Jordan and John Stewart.
Okay, yeah.
So,
It would be interesting if they put Hal and Kyle just for origins specific reason, because like for those who know how Kyle came to be, that was the time when Hal like took over. Oh God, dude, I forgot. I'm forgetting all my Green Lantern lore, but the entity of the Yellow Lanterns, right? he took into himself after he lost a lot of people and just went crazy and evil. And so yeah, that's when Kyle came to be, and then yeah, they desperately needed Kyle to.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's gonna
and
be.
we
Look,
also did forget, I guess, Jessica Cruz. Yeah, that name was on the list too. So
yeah, Jessica
yeah,
Cruz. She's the one that that came out recently with Simon Best. So they're technically the two newest of note lanterns that that had their own book. So
oh, by the way, if you can't hear JR, you know we're in trouble.
yeah,
But yeah, those were the two big trailers. I know that they did release another trailer of Rise of the Beast Transformers movie. It looks meh. I
mean,
it was an ad fest on that one. It was just a big ad for Porsche, which I think that was the reason why a lot of trailers were released off air. JR mentioned this on last night's episode, which is available to stream right now. I should have the audio format available in the next couple of days for the last 3 episodes.
Yeah.
A lot of movie trailers chose not to air during the game because of the rising cost, and they didn't want to water down their trailer. Now, we did see Ant-Man did get a 30-second spot. It was co-sponsored with Heineken. And then, like I said, I think Transformers got one in there, but it was co-sponsored by Porsche. A watered down version of the Flash trailer we saw was also on there. I didn't see what that was sponsored by. And then I know that Will Ferrell was promoting something with Netflix, and it was just one gigantic General Motors ad. So
$7 million for an ad spot during the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That is insane, man.
Which I don't understand. Other than, yes, we streamed the game tonight. I did not watch it on traditional television. We streamed it, but I streamed it through the Spectrum app, which means I did get to see the commercials. But I think they said that this year, more people, and it was probably in the next 2 years, it will be beyond 50% of America will stream the game as opposed to watching it on traditional television.
Yeah.
And the streaming app, the Fox streaming app to use, for example, because Fox had the Super Bowl today, does not show the commercials because advertising on streaming is a different ad revenue for these broadcast companies. So it'll be very interesting going forward to see if we do see cost change.
Hey man, old media is gonna be gone real fast. Like the sense of old media in the sense of like, oh, you're watching from a TV standpoint, right? Granted, like there's certain parts of old media that I would love to see adopted, like, you know, not having to pay for fucking 18 different subscriptions, 18 different freaking whatever subscriptions, right? Do that. But like, man, it's just wild to think of like you have to pay $7 million for a freaking football to add for a football game for teams you're not really rooting for either. But like that's just how it is nowadays.
It is, and that's the way this game has always been. Is everyone NFL robot on the screen the whole time? Yeah, that's right. The streaming during commercials is I forget what his name is. The actual robot has a name. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, it'll be interesting. I know that, and this is something we could talk about on a future podcast. Is Major League Baseball announced earlier this week that they are going to be changing how they work the broadcasting rights for the local game, because they really want to push the MLB.TV, and MLB Digital actually produces the NHL, the MLS, and I think the NBA's streaming, and I think they're actually involved with the WWE as well. They actually MLB Digital works on those different apps on their streaming service. And the one constant is that nobody likes the local blackouts. And what a local blackout is, like, say, I'm a Dodger fan. I buy and subscribe to MLB.TV rather than having a traditional subscription to television. I can watch the Yankees in New York. I can't watch the Dodgers in Los Angeles here in Indio because of the local blackout. And the commissioner of baseball says, this is keeping us out. This is keeping us from evolving the game and evolving the way people consume the game. And I think that the way that Apple just worked a deal with Major League Soccer, because they are now taking over their the producing of their streaming rights, They basically said, if you live in LA and you want to watch the Galaxy, then buy our subscription and you can watch the Galaxy. You do not have to have a cable service. There's no more local blackouts. So I'm like, things are going to change, and I'm sure we'll talk about that again in the future.
Yeah, man. It's oh, go ahead.
No, say real quick to kind of put a bow on tonight. Rihanna,
I was about to say that. I was gonna say the exact same thing. I mean, granted, for a woman who looked like she was about 4 to 5 months pregnant.
Well, and that was what I was getting to. She is pregnant. It has been confirmed by her people that this was her pregnancy announcement. She started off the show by rubbing her belly, and then my wife were like, did she lose the baby weight? Because she had a baby last May.
Yeah. And she's pregnant again. I mean, I can't be mad at it, right? Like, one side of me is like, that's a very expensive ass freaking pregnancy announcement type of thing, right? For Apple to pay for it. Granted, she's a billionaire. And so she's a billionaire. I don't know how much money Apple had to pay her to do it.
I think they get, I want to say it's like a couple I can't remember. I don't want to say that it's 2 million, and then someone goes, no, it's 10 million. I want to say it's no more than 10, but I want to say it's like no less than 2 or 3. I can't remember how much they get. It's ridiculous.
She had like 20 minutes, right? 15 to 20 minutes of a splice of like I think fit like 10 songs, right?
Oh, and she crammed a lot in.
She crammed a lot in, and she did all by herself. I thought she might have some guest stars in there.
So did I. I was waiting for it. Nope, she did all by herself.
It was just her, and so it was just her. Like, granted, limited movement, and that's fine. I just thought to myself, like, dang, man, I'm just picturing Squid Games in my head because she's all dressed in red and everyone else is dressed in in white. So I'm thinking of of the people. For those who watch Squid Games, I'm thinking of the people who are basically in charge of the actual contest, and so that's all I was just thinking the whole time, man. I'm like, okay, interesting, but yeah, it was a good combination of songs. I thought she was gonna come out with Umbrella. Now she came out with
Bitch Better Have My Money.
Yeah, I'm like,
I forgot. I always forget that. That's her song.
Yeah, and
if I would have thought about that, I'm like, no, dude, that's. And it was I think it was right.
Yeah.
Atner, I know you said that she killed it. I thought, to be honest, I like her. I like her music. I thought there was parts of it that she did well. I thought it was kind of meh. Yeah. But I think that's also on the production team. I think that whoever produced it, there was a couple of moments where the microphone didn't work. Also, let's call it what it is. 90% of the time they're lip singing.
That, and as well as the fact that like there wasn't a lot of like move, and of course there wasn't a lot of movement from the actual artist. If you're a Rihanna fan, you're gonna rock out regardless, right?
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was fine for me. It's just you can't top last year's. That was just.
Oh no, that was a whole new level. And when I went back and watched, Apple has the last 3 years of Super Bowl halftime shows on for free on Apple Music. And we went back and we watched The Weeknd. And after watching that, I was like, ooh, that was not good. Yeah. But I did go like, hey, I know that song, but it wasn't, it didn't hit.
Yeah. Granted, it's like I'm at the point too where it's like, yo, man, get your money. Like, sure, get your money type of stuff, right? It's Rihanna. She's a billionaire regardless. And like, this was her pregnancy party type of thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, she looks great. She sounded great when she was singing, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, man, yeah, I felt like if there was other people that came in, right? I felt that if like she had, I don't know, anybody else, right? It probably would have been a better performance for me. But just from like a performative perspective, not just the singing aspect of it. She sounded great when we actually heard her sing. But yeah, man, I just there's dancers. There's a lot of dancers out there, but we're not focusing on the dancers. We're not focusing on the dancers. We're focusing on Rihanna. And Rihanna, I'm glad like she's not moving at all, and I'm happy about that because she's freaking pregnant. But at the same time, it's like it just. When you're talking about Super Bowl, I'm thinking about Beyonce. I'm thinking about Bruno Mars. I'm thinking about so many past performers, even freaking Lady Gaga, right? her jumping off the dam, from the her jumping off the freaking from the roof
From the roof.
access port, and then going in. Like I'm not saying that that Rihanna should have done that. She's again pregnant.
Pregnant.
No, no. But like from a performance perspective, it's like it was lacking. But
Yeah.
overall, she sounded great. So
Considering where it's been the last few years, and like I said, last year was over the top. It was amazing, with some great surprises. And then of course Shakira and
J-Lo.
J-Lo was completely underrated.
Mhm.
This absolutely, I'm not even gonna lie. This that would have been epic.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would have jumped the shark either. It was a good medley because a lot of times they got to get a medley of songs in. I've had a chance to see the Super Bowl live, with Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and I think they were one of the last people to perform live. And I think a lot of people don't anymore because of, I think it was the Who a few years ago performed and it was really, really bad. But I've also seen the Who live, obviously not in their heyday, but they were not good. They played here at the Tennis Gardens and it was not good. But yeah, anyways, all in all, hell of a game. Some good spots. I think that the movie with Adam Driver looks interesting. 65, I think it's called.
Yeah. It's what happens if you have a competent, soldier individual go against dinosaurs. Yeah.
But yeah, it should be interesting to see how that goes. Obviously, Guardians, Flash are gonna be great. Ant-Man this Thursday is gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to it. He is JR Kambukungin. You can find him on all social media platforms, or also on Instagram rather, at also not JR Comics 42. The link to his eBay page is in the bio. Hopefully still.
Yep.
And he's got some good stuff up there to sell that he needs to
offload soon.
Offload
soon
before he goes
to
before he goes to Seattle and hopefully Anaheim. I am Voice of Reason 23, Kevin Pillow, on all social media platforms, where you can follow me on, or you can follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/PS Comics I Love You, or me, True Voice of Reason 23. We got plenty of stuff coming up. We never did get a full breakdown of Andor season 1. We do still owe that to you. But just so much stuff happened coming out of the new year. We will get to that. Probably, maybe we'll bundle it together with Mandalorian season 3. Who knows? Yeah. Which, by the way, is just
like 2 weeks, 3 weeks now. Yeah.
So, all right, guys, have a great night. Go back, check out the trailer. I'm just for giggles and grins. I'm gonna go look. Hold on, let's go take a look at it.
Again?
No. I want to look and see how many times it's been viewed now.
The Flash trailer?
I want to see the Flash trailer. That was the IGN version. Where's the DC Comics version? That was the one that it has been viewed on here shockingly over the now. Granted, of course, it's on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yep,
has not reached 1 million views. That is actually really, really shocking.
Yeah,
but I think because I think too is that
what
Guardians of the Galaxy has been viewed 1.5 million times. Never mind. Fuck my theory. People hate Ezra Miller.
Possibly, man. I mean, oh wow. I just saw how much oh god. Well, no. See the official Flash trailer from Warner Bros. Pictures.
Okay. DC. I was looking on DC Comics. You're right. There it is. 1.3 million on of the official Warner Brothers Pictures. There it is. Okay.
Is that higher?
On Marvel Entertainment, Guardians of the Galaxy has been viewed 1.6 million times.
Yeah.
Both trailers have been out for approximately 5 hours. I was going by DC Comics Instagram page. So
DC Comics Instagram? Come on now.
I'm not Instagram. I mean YouTube. I mean
I mean, come on now. DC Comics YouTube stuff. The DC Comics been dying since 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
2 years ago, actually.
we'll see what happens with these new movies and see if they
Yeah, I say that clearly as a fucking fan who collects DC Comics. God damn it.
yeah, you're hoping that you can
I'm dying over here, man. I'm freaking dying over here.
so
Yeah.
So okay.
Okay.
Well, you guys have a great night. We will see you later this week. And yeah. Have a good one. Peace.
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 DC,
Broadcast.
bro, DC Comics really is dying. God damn it.